Hi, it's Viv from Wisdom Released, and welcome to your love reading for Wednesday, June the 20th. I woke up and I was inspired to do another love reading today. So I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot, same as yesterday, and I'll pull a card which is for the overall energy. Some cards for you, some cards for the person that you're connecting with, and then for the energies coming towards you. So I have already shuffled. Cut the deck. Wow, this is a really interesting spread. I love it. I love it. Right, the overall theme is one of cooperation and working together. This is the Three of Pentacles, and the three pentacles are joined together on this card. They're linked, but they have a massive mountain to climb. But they're willing to do this together. So the overall feeling for today's read, it may not be for today because the energies are fluid. So it's around the situation that you're in at the moment and the person that you're connecting with. So it could be today, it could be the overall feeling between you at the moment, or whenever you're watching this, is a willingness to work together, a willingness to cooperate, and to climb this mountain that you're facing together. The cards for you that I pulled are the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Ace of Wands is all about like a prosperous new beginning. It's like inspired with the promise of it being successful. There's potential here, lots of fiery potential, very passionate potential, and it feels very much like this is something that you've been working towards. But with the Wheel of Fortune, it feels like it's something that's almost like a little out of your hands. Now, the spider who spins her web, this is what she does. This is it's who she is. It's all she's about. Without really knowing why, she's guided to create a web wherever and whenever she can. And if the first web is destroyed, then she just gets on and starts making another one. Now, I'm not saying that you set out to deliberately trap someone. What I am saying is that you feel guided to follow your intuition for a new start with whoever it is that you're connecting with. So the Wheel of Fortune, to me is like universal intelligence. It may be that you've already spent some time with this person. You've been in a relationship with them, and things didn't quite go as you expected, and there was an ending. The Wheel of Fortune is all about endings and beginnings, very much as the World card is. The Wheel of Fortune is like, things are always moving, and they go in your favour, they don't go in your favour, they go in your favour, they don't go in your favour. So it feels very much like a new beginning is coming around again, and you've been working towards it, but sort of following your intuition to work towards it. It sort of feels like it's a little bit out of your control. And you may have been questioning, do I really want to do this? Do I not want to do this? I'm really not sure of the wisdom, because it didn't quite work out last time, and am I really nuts? But you're just kind of guided to go with it anyway, and see what happens. So that's very much the feeling around your energy. The person that you're connecting with, they have the Eight of Swords, the Temperance card, and the World card. Now, the Eight of Swords in this deck, it feels like they've been in a really difficult situation. They think that they've been in a difficult situation. There's a feeling of being trapped. There's a feeling of being stuck. They feel like they've been got at and it's coming at them from all directions, and there's just too much for them to cope with, too much on their plate, and it's caused them to retreat into this cocoon. It's like they've gone back to. It's like they've gone back home. They've retreated into a place that they know that they can deal with, that they feel like they have control over. Sometimes out in the big wide world, it just feels like things are being thrown at us, and all we want to do is just go back home and close the door and pull the blinds down and forget that the world exists. And of course it's not real. Swords is all about the mental realm, and this is all made up. It's just this person's perception that they have too much to deal with, too much on their plate, and they just feel they have been feeling really out of balance and really stuck. However, the next card is Temperance, and because Temperance is followed by the World card, it feels to me like balance is being restored to their mental realm, and but it's a case of timing. The heron here, when I take the dog for a walk in the morning, we have a river close to where we live, and there's very often a heron who's sat on one of the stones in the river, and he's just sat there watching and waiting, and he has such patience. He's a bit skittish as well, so if he hears a noise, then that's it, he's off. But interestingly, the other day the dog was in the river swimming around, and I was throwing stones for him, splashing, and the heron was just there. He was just ignoring us and focused on his own thing, and he was perfectly balanced and perfectly in tune with his surroundings and focused on what it was that he needed to do. So it feels to me like there's an ending of this tricky situation, an ending of this feeling of being trapped, and a return to balance, a return to harmony. And if this is not happening now, it's in the process of happening. It's coming around again. I just got that Carly Simon song in my head, Coming Around Again. Incy Wincy Spider climbed the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. The energies that are coming towards you, there's the Five of Wands here, and I notice in this deck, in the Wild Unknown, that these wands are not crossed. So there's not crossed wires, there's not really difficult arguments or conflict. It feels much more like that things are becoming clearer. It feels much more like an opening up rather than a focus on conflict. It's like it's a moving away from conflict rather than a moving towards it. So the things that were difficult between you before are falling away. The next card is the Hermit, and this is going inside and connecting with your inner wisdom and really connecting with what it is that you want. I think it's also to do with a focus on letting all of this, whatever it is that came between you before, just fall away. It's not making sense to you to hold on to grudges, and it is making sense to you to forgive and forget. The next card, the final card for this morning's read, is the Daughter of Wands. The Daughter of Wands is all about focusing on work. She's very ambitious, and she puts off having a family until later. She's just very focused on work and her career. Because this is there's an echo here of the Ace of Wands that came out for you. It feels very much like the energy is focused on this new prosperous potential laden beginning between the two of you. I think with it being a snake as well, the snake, as they grow, they shed their skins, so they shed what's no longer useful to them, and they just leave it behind. They transform as they grow and move on. But this isn't an overnight thing, it does take time. So it feels very much like an echo of the overall energy for you and the person that you're connecting with at the moment, which is one of cooperation, one of patience, one of acknowledging that there's no sense in rushing. Cooperation and mutual understanding is what's needed, but there's no sense in rushing. That this return to this relationship, this return to this connection, is going to take time. But it feels very much like there's a new level of understanding between the two of you. So I hope that's resonated, and I hope that's been useful for you. That's for Wednesday, June the 20th. If you've subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. Like I say, this is a new venture for me, and I'm very excited by it. I just love it when I see people subscribing, and thank you for the likes and the watches. I may do another one of these. It feels right to continue with doing these reads at the moment, so I will hopefully see you again soon, and until then, thank you very much and take care.